Well, good Monday morning to you. Trucker Todd here, and time for the video that everybody's been waiting for. The question I get asked most: what's going on with the Swift load board? What is it? How's it going? All that stuff. I'm going to try to answer that in this video, and I'm going to try to do it without getting myself in trouble. Now, at parts of this video, it's going to sound like I'm being critical of the load board and maybe even of Swift. And I just want to say this, I want you to keep this in mind. I try to keep all these videos as honest as I can, but think about it this way before we jump into this. If you have a spouse or significant other or whatever, and I asked you if there was anything you didn't like about them, well, first of all, you'd probably tell me none of your business. But if you were to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that you do like or don't like about your spouse, there's probably one or two things you don't like about them and one or two things they don't like about you. Doesn't mean you don't love them, doesn't mean you don't like them. Same thing with Swift here. A couple of things I'm going to say in this video might make it sound like I'm being critical of Swift, but I still love working here. I'm still just as happy as I can be here. Speaking of being as happy as I can be here, if you'd like more information about coming to work here, I've got the information both in the comments below and in the description, as well as a lot of other great information down there. How to get that fuel card I'm always talking about, my Instagram, my Facebook, my email, all of that's down there. You're going to want to check that out. And right below this video, give me a thumbs up, share it on your social media platforms, and make sure you're still subscribed. After you subscribe, you might as well click that bell and select all so that you get notified when future videos come out. Another topic we're going to hit this week that you don't want to miss is I'm going to answer some questions about flatbed on Wednesday, and you're not going to want to miss that either. So without any further ado, I'm going to kick up the music and then we're going to jump right in. Here we go.
And this is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down, flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round, for my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
Alrighty, we're back. So we're going to have to do a little bit of history here so that this all makes sense and so that you can kind of understand my perspective and frustration, if you want to call it that. So I started with Swift back in June, first week of June. And prior to me coming here, we had discussions of me getting on the load board. Now, at that time, they were using a different load board. They were beta testing a different one than what they're currently using. And basically, I was told the first 4 weeks, just hang in there. We're getting rid of this old one. We're going to put you on the new one. No problem. All right, there was 10 of us that was going to beta test this new load board. Basically, what happened was well, before we get there, let's talk about what it's going to be. They're doing this in steps. In the beginning, it's just going to be solo, over-the-road, dry van freight. Basically the same stuff that the planners see. Nothing special, no broker freight, no nothing like that. No reefer, no flatbed. They're going to add those things in steps, just like they started with 10 of us on this beta testing for this new load board. They're about to add 20 more. That was from the original load board that I just mentioned. Now, let's fast forward to now. Here we are 5 months later, because, I said that first month I wasn't on it. 5 months later, they still can't get my login information to work. Now, there's been several things that have been said about that. The first few weeks we were told that all people are on vacation, things like that. As soon as they get back, we'll be able to get you right on. Those people came back. For whatever reason, they can't get my login credentials to work. I've got the login information. It just says it doesn't recognize me. Now, I'm going to bet that Swift has some of the brightest minds in the IT department, probably in the country. I bet they don't hire slackers. I bet they hire really good people, because the company as a whole is ran very, very well, like a tight ship. Everything is better than what you would expect. I will guarantee you will make that comment if you come to work here. Sorry, my spotlight just went out. But if you come to work here, I guarantee you're going to say, wow, this is a lot better experience than what I expected. And so normally, if it was Amazon or any other major website, if my login credentials didn't work, I could hit forgot username, forgot password, and fix it. For some reason, even though we've got probably one of the best IT departments in the country, they can't get my login to work. Now, as I said, there's 9 others on it that it's working for. I'm in a video conference call every Wednesday afternoon where I hear the details of it. I hear from the other drivers that are able to access it. They are using it. And for the most part, with very minor exceptions, a little glitch here and there, it's working very well for them. So well, as a matter of fact, that Swift has decided, remember that first load board, they're going to add 20 more people from that first load board. So while they can't add new people, they can roll people over that was on the other one. So now, remember, we had our original 10, and now we're going to add 20 more. For those of you that are mathematically challenged, 10 plus 20 is 30. All right. So we're going to have theoretically 30 people that can access it, but for some reason only 29 can, because my login information doesn't work. Now, about a few weeks ago, they called me and they thought it worked and they wanted me to try it, and it still wasn't working. And at the time I said, hey, why don't you just have IT call me? We'll figure it out real quick. And they said, that's a great idea. We'll have IT call you. To date, nobody from IT has called me. I don't know if I could get a load to Phoenix, if I could accelerate the process any, or, there's something technical going on there, and I'm by no means an IT expert. And so it's very possible that we get on the phone and I can't do nothing either. But, you guys know I'm a fixer, and I'd like to try to fix this thing. And so I'm not horribly upset about it, because being dispatched, even though I came from running the real load boards for a couple of years by myself, negotiating my own rates, turning in my own rate confirmations, dealing directly with brokers, came from 2 years of doing that to being dispatched again. The way Swift dispatches, I'm pretty good with, because you still have access to the planners and you still have input on the loads, where you go and things like that. So I do, from time to time, usually every Wednesday, I get a little frustrated, because I was basically told over 5 months ago I would be on it. Now, in fairness to Swift, I think they get a little frustrated too. I do believe they're trying. I do believe that they're making every effort to get me on it, and for whatever reason, it's just been a big old mess getting me on it. Now, also in fairness to Swift, this is beta testing, and beta testing is where you try to break something. You guys know I have a Google Pixel in the sleeper, and I beta test for Android. And basically, you try to break it. You try to find problems with it. So if this load board does have any issues, that's to be expected and normal, and I'm not frustrated or upset about that. But it is tough when you hear other guys that are having so much success with it, and you can't even log into it. But other than that, things are going great here at Swift. I had, I think, 3,300 miles on today's check, and The week before I was like 22 or 2400. So I'm staying steady out here. I'm running good. I'm currently in Nashville, and right outside of Nashville, and I'm about to pick up a load later today with a stop in Memphis, and then a final in Dallas. And you guys know my dad lives along that route, so if I've got enough time on this trip, I'm going to try to swing by and see him. And if not, then when I go home for Christmas, I'm going to try to go see him right after Christmas. We'll see how everything shakes down and goes. But anyway, we'll have another video Wednesday. You guys take care. Thanks for sticking with me, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.